Thank you for joining me today. I am messing around here in the house because we have the, what do you call that? The hurricane lurking, and it's really nasty and kind of damp and rainy out. So I'm just messing around here, and I got my yoga pants on and a little body shot here. Woo! And these are really comfy. I got these when I was doing a race, and before you do the race, they have these. The, what do you call that? You get your race pack and stuff like that. Yeah, so I purchased these cute little. I like the pattern. It's sort of like I have my camel toe, but yeah, so it has a nice pattern on it, and they're very comfy. So I am drinking some coffee. I'm doing a fasting day today, so it's OMAD. So it's just about 3 o'clock. I've only had coffee all day today. So I'm going to do a whole fasting. I'm going to try to do a 24-hour fast um, for today, 24 hours. And then hopefully tomorrow, I've been doing some bad eating. So I'm going to fast for about 24 hours and then do a OMAD the next day, one meal a day, and to get me back on track because I'm totally off track. Been snacking at night and nah, my pants are getting tight and I'm up about 4 pounds. I gain weight really easy. It doesn't take me long. So, especially I'm a snacker at night. Yeah, that's the time I like to snack and get the munchies right around 9 o'clock, and from 6 to 9, because I usually go to bed by 10. So, yeah, and I want to tell you, I registered for the Chinese calligraphy painting class, and it's going to be really good. It costs $65. I have to get some supplies. I ordered them from Amazon, which is the calligraphy kit with the paintbrushes and the necessary tools. Then the paints, the specific paints, which is the watercolors, and then I had to get to practice the rice paper. And the person who's going to be teaching the class is a real artist because I have it's 55 and over community here where I live. So it's $65 for the class and it's 6 weeks. And the Chinese guy is Bertrand Mayo, and he teaches the Chinese brush painting. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I had to make an appointment because I need my teeth cleaned. I like to get my teeth cleaned about 3 times a year, but I lost my insurance, so they've only been cleaned 3 times, 2 times this year. So I'm getting this. I have this coupon for a exam cleaning and bite wing X-ray for $69. But hopefully, in the start of the year, my husband's has the opportunity because he is retired Medicare, Social Security, but he works part time at the company that he retired for. So he does have the opportunity to get a part time, um, maybe some part time insurance for me, which is dental and medical, but I have to see how much that is because he'll be paying for it because I'm unemployed, right? Yeah. And he doesn't like that very much. So, but I do need dental insurance. I had my teeth restored in 2005, I think, because I wasn't able to restore my teeth because of my childhood eating candy and sugary stuff. So, I had like a lot restoration done on my teeth in 2005 and 2006 and 2007, somewhere around there. And then I just chipped my tooth, my front tooth. I had a veneer on there, and I couldn't afford a new veneer, so I had to have it like filled or whatever. So it's sort of like not really done, really cosmetically perfect. But and I had to have a bridge replaced because I have something going on down here, which is anytime they take a bridge off, and they have to do that, that's really expensive. So I have like 3 bridges in my mouth, and it's 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 terrible. It's terrible. Dental procedures are so expensive. But I do like to keep my teeth nice, somewhat nice. I don't have $1 million to spend, but I like to have somewhat nice teeth. because that's the first thing you see on your face is your teeth, right? You open your mouth, you talk, so I really need to keep my teeth. And hopefully, maybe after we come back from Florida in January, maybe I'll seriously start looking for unemployment. Yeah, getting some part-time job or whatever, because then I'll be totally out of money because I'm really getting to be broke. And, so that's the story. Even though I'm not going to go back full time and it's going to be local employment and I'm not going to go back to healthcare. So it's probably going to be some kind of employment where I like it and it's no stress and it's kind of like a bullshit job because, I have the kind of attitude now where life is short. I'm not interested in buying more shoes or more clothes or more material things. I want to be stress free, clear my mind, clear my friends of, have good friends and enjoy my friends and have stimulating conversations, uh, eliminate toxic food from my body, toxic chemicals, toxic friends, toxic people, toxic thoughts. Yeah, so I'm sort of like in this phase of my life, because I'm 57, I'm sort of like in a zen. I'm going in a zen area, like I'm stress free and nothing really bothers me anymore, and that's the way I'm going because I don't want to get cancer, And so I've cleaned up my diet since 2012, Of course, I'm not perfect, but I got all the chemicals and I'm organic and I look at everything. Weight loss surgery really saved my life. It really saved my life. Although metabolically, I wish it would have done Lapband, because I'm unfilled and it doesn't really do anything anymore. But that's okay because I have the ability to change that in my mind and in my actions. So I just have to work on it hard. It's not easy. It's not easy because I'm post-menopause. I'm, I have a broken metabolism from way back from, you know, uh, dieting as a 20 something year old, broken metabolism, metabolic damage, whatever you want to call it. And then, when I got married, when I married Joe, because he has a very fast metabolism, he, I don't know if he's very shy. He doesn't like to, but I'm going to show you a picture of him so to give you an idea what he looks like. He is now my husband is 68 years old. So this is when we got married. Can you see that? Yeah. That was us 13 years ago. And these are his children, which are now grown. But this is my husband when he was a teenager. Let me just show you. Really skinny guy. There he is on the met. He's this one. They're his friends. But yeah, he was really skinny, as you could see. Skinny legs, skinny body, tall, slim. He doesn't. There he is, right there, drinking beers. I think he was like 19 years old. Yeah, and he doesn't have to worry about his weight. He eats like a pig, eats like a damn pig. But he has metabolically, he's really tall, slender, and everything that goes in his body goes out with no problem. So, you know, not me, not me. Everything that I smell and everything that comes into my body stays with me. So, to give you an idea, this is him when he had his kids were a little. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, I thought he looked like Elvis there. And he's never been on a diet in his life. That was when his daughters had a baby. I think that's Malachi when he was born. Yeah. So here's another picture of us when we got married. Yeah. So he doesn't have to worry about his weight, but I do. So I'm just fighting this obesity thing. I'm fighting, and it's so hard because, I try. I've done every body hack, um, and it's it is what it is. I can't drive myself crazy because, your first year metabolically is when it really the weight loss surgery works. Now, my bestie friend Donna, and I talked to you, you look back on my videos, she had weight loss surgery. Well, the thing about it is she had gastric bypass. And last time we got together, I said, well, why don't we do a video because you're 6 years out. She didn't want to do it. And I love her to death. I love her. And I found out that, because I hadn't seen her in like 6 months, well, she gained weight. She put on weight. And the thing about it is she was skinnier than me. She lost all of her weight, 100%. But guess what? She's gained back like 25, 30 pounds. And because she's built differently, she was built like apple shaped, like skinny legs and big bust and a big bosom, big back, and big stomach, apple shaped. But yeah, she's gaining her weight back. So she's 6 years out, just like me, because when she had the lap band and she had Barrett's esophagus, and so she had to replace the lap band with a gastric bypass because she had Barrett's esophagus. She had very bad GERD, and that runs in her family. So, yeah, when I can remember, because I had my lap band placed and she had the gastric bypass, she was losing like 10 pounds a week. I mean, it fell off of her like crazy. She never exercised. I'll never forget when we first out of surgery went to the beach, and she was like eating like chicken wings and stuff like that, and I was like, no, we can't eat that. And she says, yes, we can. But she had that metabolic, the where it half of what she eats. But now she says that the malabsorption doesn't even work 6 years out. She can eat anything, basically. She can eat anything now. So her surgery is null and void, 6 years out, gastric bypass. But I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, because after 5 years out, all of our surgeries, I think the DS is quite beneficial as far as long term, but the research really isn't out. I follow a couple people on YouTube that has had the DS, but there's a lot of mineral deficiencies and vitamin deficiencies that come along um, with hi um, with the DS. But hopefully one day I'd like to revise to go to Mexico because I can't go to Mexico. I mean, I can't have a revision in or a conversion in the United States because I have a normal BMI. So no, it's the DS is it's not a white powder thing. It's a it's the DS is a duodenal switch, and it's a different types. It's a second procedure from the gastric bypass. They do another anastomosis. It's the second. It's the second phase of the gastric bypass. So it's a more malabsorption procedure, and you can get a lot of nutrient deficiencies. But if you're 600 pounds, so what you do is you usually do the VSG first, then you do the gastric bypass, because one surgery isn't going to get all your weight off because you usually have a plateau. Everybody that I've followed on YouTube as far as the weight loss surgery, we all plateau no matter how hard we try. Everybody says, well, that's because you're not trying enough, or that's because you're not doing enough, or you're exercising enough, blah 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 blah. No, your body becomes it becomes resistant to weight loss after a certain point because you're at a set point. it's a natural phenomenon, set point. So your body just like says, nope, I'm giving you enough weight off. I need to have enough reserve for starvation time, and you stop losing weight. But the problem is that if you're 600 pounds, 700 pounds, one surgery usually isn't going to cut it. So if you started the VSG and you lose 200 pounds, because their first surgery you always lose the most. Then your second surgery you can probably lose another 50 or 60, and then last surgery is the DS. That's it. You can't have any more. Do a Donald switch. That's the last phase of weight loss surgery. But because I follow Pinkfish Lily and Nirvana, they both have. Well, Pinkfish Lily has had all three surgeries, and she's probably 10 years out from, or 7, 8 years out from duodenal switch. But she's had a lot of medical issues, the poor girl. But Nirvana is, she was 600 pounds, and she had gastric bypass. And turns out that they cheated her on a gastric bypass. They didn't do the whole thing right. Uh, she kept saying, "Well, why can't I lose weight?" And she only lost like 200 of her pounds of her 600 or something like that. And then come to find out, when she was finally able to do a revision, those doctors, they cheated her on her surgery, and they only did the surgery 20%. They only took out 20% of her stomach. I mean, what the hell? You know? So she went back and had some type of procedure that shortened her intestines a little more, and she did lose another 50 pounds. But the thing about it is, when you have another surgery, you're never going to lose everything you need to lose, because you lose at a lower pace. No matter what surgery, what conversion, second time around, you're always going to lose slower. And that could be a good thing, because then if you lose slower, you have less skin sagging. Because if you have a 100 pounds to lose on surgery, on any kind of weight loss surgery, if you have more than 100 pounds to lose, you're going to have a lot of skin. And the faster you lose it, the more skin you're going to have. But what would you rather have? A lot of skin or a lot of fat? I would rather have a lot of skin. You can use body shapers and stuff like that, and a lot of people that have extra skin can have cosmetic surgery, to get rid of the extra skin. But like I said, it's a battle, and they keep saying, well, you know, um, it's what you eat, it's what you exercise it. Well, mostly 80% is diet, and the other 20% is exercise. But also it's hormonal too. It's hormonal and genetic too, because nobody can be perfect all the time. And eating is such a social thing. When I was vegan for 12 months, I was so isolated because I didn't know anybody else that was vegan, right? And I said, no, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. I can't eat that. And it didn't do my body very well, because my hair fell out more than it usually did. So, and then I got joint pain. Lost a lot of weight, but I didn't feel my best. So, and I'm a I don't put any labels on myself. I don't call myself pescatarian or high carb, low carb, whatever. I'm just trying to do what my body says to do. And right now I'm doing a 24-hour fast to set my body, to set the leptin and all those ghrelins and all that, because all you need is 24 hours. 24 hours, and it should get you 24, depending on how many carbs you usually eat. 24 to 48 hours will get you into ketosis, in the fat burning mode. So, and then you got to, get your carbs down to under 50. And some people can't do that right off the bat. If you just gradually take your carbs away and slowly ease into it again to get yourself back on track, you can do it. You can do it if you set your mind to it. And then if you incorporate that with some little bit of exercise, some walking, you don't have to go gangbusters on exercise. That'll get you into fat burning mode easier, because my body as a postmenopausal woman, it doesn't like to go into ketosis, doesn't like to go into fat burning mode. I don't know why. The bariatric surgeon says, well, what do you want to look like? A 20-year-old? No, I don't want to look like a 20-year-old. I just want to be healthy, and I want to stay in out of obesity. That's all I want. So anyway, I've rattled on too much. Hopefully this makes a difference. I just try to pass on some knowledge that I've learned in the last 6 years. Yeah, I've learned a lot about myself. And you just got to keep plugging at it, just trying to keep a good mind frame, try to be a better you, try to eat healthy, try to, eat natural, look at the food, look at the labels, measure your food, keep away from fast food. I don't eat fast food, and I don't drink soda. No, I drink a little seltzer water and maybe a little that soda that I showed you on one of my previous videos, but usually it's water, reverse osmosis, but I am guilty of lemonade with stevia. I am guilty of that. But I have to watch that because, the lemonade, it puts the strain on your enamel on your teeth, the citrus. So, and I want to keep my teeth. So anyway, thank you for viewing. I appreciate your time, and make a comment if you like, or subscribe, and give me a like if you like this video, or maybe some topics you wanted to hear. Because I'm 6 years out from Lapband Unfilled in 2016. So I've learned a lot of information along the way about obesity. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.